So before I get into this, I want to make a quick apology. I said that Klee sucks, and I stand by a lot of the stuff I said in my video. I personally find Klee clunky. I don't like that she doesn't work well with Venti, one of my favorite characters. Maybe they're selfish reasons, and, you know, the thing is I'm a whale, right? I'm a whale, and I've got all the 5 stars. And so, you know, I can say, hey, I liked D-Luke more at Constellation Zero. I liked Kaching more, but not everyone has that luxury. So if you have Klee, and you want to make Klee good, it doesn't mean she can't be good. She can. Now, another thing is her constellations, I feel like they are very, very strong, and I feel like it's not the most free-to-play friendly, having a boost of 555% damage on her ultimate when you swap off of her, right? I feel like that is so good that it's not very nice for free-to-play players, but it doesn't mean you can't make her strong. So let's show it. I've got 2 sets here. I've got the Berserker set, I've got the Gladiator set. This is for kind of base level. This is one of the first sets you're going to be able to build. And then we're going to talk about an endgame set, the Crimson Witch, that you can farm. And it's going to make Klee absolutely nutty. But before we do, I have a quick shout out to my sponsor, Opera GX. This is the Opera GX webpage that you're going to see when you download Opera GX with the link down below. No, I'm serious. You're going to download it because this is the best browser I've ever seen, and if you're a gamer, you need Opera GX. With the GX control, you can destroy any tabs that are using a bunch of extra internet, whether it's CPU or RAM, because you've actually got limiters you can add. So if you're playing a game like Destiny and need all the crispy frames you can get, don't make your browser steal them all. Opera GX has your back. You want to customize the browser and make it look cool? You can do that. Maybe you like purple because you like Twitch. Wait, you like Twitch? Hold on a second. We've got Twitter. We've got Discord. We've got Twitch built right in. The GX Corner is also incredible for gamers, showing game release dates, free games, game deals. This is a must-have feature. What's this? A built-in ad blocker that you can specifically add my channel to with the turn off for this site button so that I still get ads and don't go homeless? That's incredible. And is that a free browser VPN? What are you doing? Why aren't you downloading Opera GX? The links are down below. I need you to click that link. I need you to download it, and I need you to enjoy this browser because it's incredible. And also, if a bunch of you download it, I get a free Lamborghini. What's that? I can't tell them about the Lamborghini? Listen, please, just download it. The links are down below, please. Thank you, Opera, for sponsoring this video. Download it. All right, so this is the Klee that I'm showing off in the video. Just a heads up that this Klee build could be min-maxed to shit. Could be much, much stronger, okay? But she can hit very hard. She can hit extremely hard. I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna send that in there. And you can see, absolutely trucking, and watch this. Okay, I get it. Now, that is a 4-star constellation. That big burst of damage is actually from her passive, but you can still get an insane amount of damage without using constellations. Talk about it. So I want to explain one of the reasons why Klee is really good and scales very hard with stats. She's a 5-star character, so obviously her base stats are going to be good. Now, she gets a very nice boost when you use crit rate because her one ability, if it crits, gives everyone else energy. So if you do get a bunch of crit rate and crit damage, you're going to get more damage, but also you're adding to her utility. But the big one here is pyro damage bonus. Now, this is another multiplier on top of your damage. You've got your base attacker ability. If it crits, you've got some extra damage. That's a multiplier. But then also, if you have elemental damage, that's another stack up. That's another multiplier on top. And so typically, to get this multiplier, you have to use a chalice. You have to use one of the cup items. Now, there's pyro damage, anemo damage, but you can also get attack. And this is why Klee is so good, is because she already has this multiplier built into her kit. Meaning, if you don't have a good pyro damage, cup, you can just give her more attack percentage, the base levels of her attacks will go up, and she's still gonna get the pyro damage multiplier. Now, you can make that multiplier even higher, but this is one of the reasons why I think Klee is good, is because this is already built into her kit, and you don't have to worry about it. And it's one of the reasons why D-Luke is really good as well. Because if you look at D-Luke, he gets base crit rate. And so if you can stack a whole bunch of crit damage, he doesn't have any artifacts on. Just don't worry. It's really low. But because you don't have to really build a ton of crit rate on him, you can scale into some other stuff instead. And so whenever you get a stat like that, Razor does it with physical damage. Whenever you get these stats like this, it makes them have this extra layer of, holy cow, they can be an amazing DPS. Some characters get elemental mastery built in, some characters get healing and different things, but Klee is built for damage. All right, so we're going to explain this step by step, very basic, very common sense, I know, but you're going to want to level up Klee, right? Duh. But you're going to need to level up Klee, and you're going to need to ascend her. You want to get her to the highest level, because when you ascend her, she actually gets her pyro damage bonus. The more ascensions you do, the more she's going to get, and this scales up pretty crazy, giving you like 30% base value on the pyro damage. Her other stats are going to go up, obviously. Level up the damn character. I think this doesn't really need to be said, but this is one of the first steps. Now, the other thing is talents. Some people still message me, and they don't realize that you can level up your talents. You can have all the stats in the world, but if your normal attacks are at level 1 doing 30% or 40% less damage, you've got a problem. You can see that with a level up, a one-hit damage is going up, 7%, so multiply that by 6, right? We're missing out on a lot of damage if we don't level it up, so you need to work on your talents, max those out as well. Okay, as for weapons, I can imagine most people don't have a 5-star weapon. Lost Prayer is a great book. It does a lot of damage. You can, move around a little faster. You get more elemental damage. That's great. It's got crit rate, and she scales really hard on crit rate. Not everyone's going to have this, though. So another recommendation is actually the Widsith. The Widsith is a little bit random. I don't love this, but it does have crit damage. And if you were to level that up and you get some extra crit damage, that's going to be really good, because you do want to build crit on her regardless. And so if you can get, high crit rate on some of your gear and supplement it with this crit damage, that can be awesome. But I can imagine a lot of people, would probably have Eye of Perception. This one's really good too. She is going to be doing a lot of normal and charged attacks. And so her Echo, this is just kind of free damage getting thrown on, is good, but also it gives you attack percentage. So I don't use a lot of Catalyst users. Maybe there's one out there, a really niche blue item that you could use. I'm not sure what would be best, but I wanted to recommend, this one for sure, but the Widsith could be pretty pog as well. So for artifacts, I want to recommend the Gladiator and Berserker set first. The reason why is I'm of the camp where leveling and ascending your character first is just guaranteed stats. I know it's going to be an upgrade for my character. And same with my weapon. Ascending and leveling it up first is important. And because you need to fight the bosses so much that drop these to ascend your character, you're naturally going to get these, especially if you've ascended a few characters and leveled them up. And so I think that the Gladiator set and the Berserker set is a great starting point if you want to do a bunch of damage. And I want to give you some tips on things to look out for. Now, this cup is pretty much perfect. On most characters in the game, you want to highlight their element and get the bonus damage there, because it's one of the only ways to get it. Now, in the case of Klee, luckily, because it's built into her kit, you can get away with getting attack percentage, and you're still going to hit like an absolute truck. So that's great. But the pyro damage is going to be very nice on her. But you want to look for stats like this: Elemental Mastery, attack, crit rate, crit damage, energy recharge. Anything offensive is going to be great. This is a DPS character. You want to do as much damage as you can. Now, optimally, I would have moved as much Elemental Mastery into crit rate and crit damage as I could. She scales very hard off of crit. You want to be critting pretty much every time you do a charged attack, so your teammates are getting energy. But this is a great item, something you would look for. Now, my other ones, they're not great. All right, we've got some attack, we've got some crit rate. I got pretty lucky on the crit rate here. You want your main stat to be as good as possible, optimally. And some of these are pretty good, right? Crit damage, Elemental Mastery, crit rate. They're not perfect, and she can still stomp everything. I can push really far into the Spiral Abyss. So as long as you're getting close, you're going to hit hard. You're going to be able to make upgrades as you go, but if you can just get some Berserker and Gladiator items with stats like this, I personally think on the mask, crit damage is really, really powerful. You can also get crit rate here. Either or is going to big boost to damage. I like the crit damage myself because I feel like I've got enough crit rate. But I want to talk about this set here. The Crimson Witch set is really powerful, but I have had an absolute chore, brutal time farming it. I can't get any good items. I have gotten so many feathers, I've gotten hats, I've gotten everything, and I keep getting stuff like this. Defense, HP, energy recharge. So I think I would recommend this set long term because it gives you a pyro damage bonus. You're also getting increased overload burning damage by 40%. We're getting melt and vaporize damage by 15%. Also, when you're using your elemental skills, it increases your 2 set piece bonus by 50% for 10 seconds, but it stacks. Now the thing is with Klee, her Jumpty Dumpty has multiple charges. So you're going to stack this up faster than most characters in the game. D-Luke can do it as well. But the Witch set is a very good boost to damage. I would definitely check this out because you're going to hit like a truck if you use it. You're going to be able to farm these artifacts as well, but it does require resin. And so optimally, if you can get, the stats of this stuff, but on the Witch set, you're going to be laughing. Unfortunately, most of my stuff, even though I'm close, it's no cigar, and I can't get any damage. And there you go. That's it. Level up your character, ascend your character, level up your talents, and get these artifacts, and you're going to be cracked out of your mind. Really quick thing, this sparkling burst that you get is one of the reasons why crit is so important. When you do a charge attack and it results in a crit, that's going to give other party members energy. And that just means that you can spam a whole bunch of abilities, get a whole bunch of elemental reactions or heals off. Sparkling Burst is amazing, and that's why you want that crit. Now, Pounding Surprise is also, kind of why you want crit, because using your Jumpty Dumpty and your normal attacks, it gives you like a little floating flower above you, a spark. And when you use a charge attack, it doesn't use stamina, but it also does 50% increased damage. And so if you crit with that, you could just crush enemies. You can hit like 20,000 damage, easy peasy. And so if you're critting, doing more damage, you're critting, giving energy, that is amazing. I'm not going to go over the other abilities. I'm sure you guys know because you're using Klee, but that's how you get the damage. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I apologize for roasting your favorite characters, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.